What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today Sheldon and I got something special for all the Z car enthusiasts out there wondering what it costs to rebuild a Z from the auction. So let's dive into the world of cars, specifically this 350Z that we picked up from Copart. We've been seeing these online and wondered how much does it really cost to rebuild a wrecked car from the auction. Well, stick around because we're breaking down all the numbers, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. First things first, let's talk a little bit about the 350Z. This thing only has 51,000 miles on it, which is the main reason why when I bought it, I decided to rebuild it. We call it an HRZ because it comes with the VQ35 HR motor. Between 2007 and 2008, there was approximately 20,655 HR Coupe Zs produced in the US, with approximately less than half of those being produced in the manual transmission. And to compare numbers, there was about 240 to 260,000 S13 and S14s produced in the US. And you barely even find those in clean shape, leading me to think that the HRZ is only gonna get harder and harder to come by. Now, the auction process. That's where it gets interesting. We found this 08Z on Copart, and as you can see, it's seen better days. The final bid, $5,800, but that's just the beginning. Let's break down what the price really includes and the additional costs that come with buying a car from Copart. Once the auction is over, there are a few hidden costs that most people don't really know about. We've got the environmental fee of $10, the virtual bid fee of $109, a gate fee of $79, a pickup fee of $20, a storage fee of $5, and lastly, the buyer fee of $650. Oh, and don't forget the transport from the car from the auction yard to our shop, which costs another $150. So before we've even touched the car, this HRZ cost us $6,668. All right, we're gonna toss the keys to Sheldon, throw this car on the lift, and do a damage assessment and go over all the numbers of what we think it's gonna start to cost.
All right, now that we've got the car in the shop, it's time for a damage assessment. At first glance, you can see that the front end has taken a hit, and it looks like either somebody jumped on it or we don't know what happened.
Don't fall into buying bad deals online. Come to Sac City Auto Parts and we'll get your car done.
As we can see, front bumper and hood are completely trashed. Radiator support is broken. Driver's side and passenger side fenders have creases up by the hood. Looks like the roof, you can tell, has a major dent. And suspension components, we need to look at that. But miscellaneous stuff, looks like headlight, looks like the coolant reservoir made it, but just very minor stuff. So let's get this thing on the lift and see what we got.
Okay, let's get started with the roof first. The cost of the roof is about $250, and it isn't the easiest project, but let's show them how it's done, Sheld. Perfect.
Is it good?
It is. It looks much better.
Told you 90% of it would come out.
What the? And I mean, yeah, we wouldn't have to cut it out.
I mean, Alex could probably get it out.
The thing is, even if we get it as straight as possible and then have Joe do the body work.
Look at it from the front, it really isn't that bad.
Dude, we are here literally thinking we are about to literally replace.
Be careful with that.
The whole roof. But I think we just saved about
a day,
ton of time.
Like a full day.
Paintless dent removal might be your way of doing simple things like this.
What'd that do?
Much better. Baller.
All right, let's get the front end done then.
Let's get it. Let's put this thing on the lift. Also check the suspension if anything is broken, which I don't think it is. So let's put that thing on the lift and let's go.
Dude, look at the bushing. The bushings look like really good actually.
Yeah.
Look at the lower control arm centered still.
Got some Eibach lowering springs, got some new shocks. It's actually crazy that they installed all this stuff and we're still on the stock exhaust. He was probably getting to it and then he got. Those are the pluses that you sometimes get from buying cars from the auction. Some of them have upgrades on it and they end up saving you money on install and everything else.
All right, well, we're gonna get the hood off, bumper off, headlight out, fenders off. And we got our paint guy coming to look at the roof. So let's get it. Ooh, she's a leaker.
Now that we have the whole front end off this 350Z, let's go over some pricing and put these all back together. The radiator support goes for about $350 with the headlight supports. You need 2 brackets. The fenders about $200 each. The bumper about $300, and that's aftermarket. The little grills right here, you're looking at about $200, but that's just for one of the pieces at the dealer. We sell the whole set. The windshield, you're looking at about $250 to get it installed and all into place. Not to mention the hood, about $650, and the headlight, about $350 on average for a HID bulb and everything. Getting everything paint matched, about $1,500. So we're looking at about a grand total of $4,000 to get this car all back together and all into place.
I'm gonna go wash the engine bay because it's really dusty. So I closed off the intakes, took the intakes off of them, and yeah, everything else should be pretty safe.
I mean, it's smarter to fix this than to cut all this out.
Hell yeah.
I have to skim the whole thing, but can tap it all out. So.
Heck yeah.
You know how many tops I've fixed like this that are just, I'm talking huge tops.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, this has got to be nice because it's black.
All right, you guys heard the man. He said he can get this fixed, so we're about to save $250 on a sunroof, not sunroof, on a roof.
You want to put a sunroof in it?
Should we put a sunroof in it?
No.
So we're gonna save money on that, and that was a lot of work. We would have to pull all the A-pillars off. We would have to pull, I mean, everything
I mean,
out.
we're still gonna have to pull it off for him to do what he's gonna do.
But we wouldn't have to spot drill everything out and then replace.
Yes.
And then he would still need to do body work because we didn't have a black roof that didn't have a dent on there. So yeah, we are sending this off to body and paint, bringing it back, putting it back together, and continuing the cost.
All right, so after spending a few days at the shop, the roof is all done. This thing came out literally glassy. So check this thing out.
My favorite part is that we actually didn't save money like I said we were going to. It cost $500 to do this, but we did save a ton of time. Plus, he was able to pretty much bang everything out and thin layer the Bondo on, which has to happen.
It doesn't even look like there was much Bondo, honestly, because if you look on the inside,
Yeah.
there's like, you would think that he had to like layer the whole thing, but from looking on the inside, there's barely any dents. So it's cool that it got done right.
Beautiful. So let's get to putting the front end back together. We pretty much just need to put the hood, the fenders, headlights. You already got the radiator support in, which is awesome. So what should we do? So
We're gonna start with, we're gonna do fenders first, then we'll do headlights. We'll set the hood on there and basically make sure that everything is fitting how it's supposed to. And yeah, just get everything completed. All right, so we put the fenders on, and when we put that side on, I already took it off, but the hinge, since this was a front end damage too, this hinge was actually pushing up way too gnarly on the fender. So we're gonna pop this fender back a little bit, swap out a good hinge, and carry on. So I'm putting all these on finger tight because you're gonna have to have adjustment between the hood, and you're gonna wanna make sure that all your body lines are matching. So these are, technically they're mounted right now, but we have a little bit of wiggle room in here just so that we can perfect those body gaps. This one, this comes out good right here. This is like a really important one. You always wanna start on the door jamb. Yeah, let's get it. I am going to throw on the A-pillar right now. So we're gonna slide this into the slot first, right there. Make sure our tabs are lining up. Hey, Zach.
Help.
So before we put this headlight in, obviously these are all new panels. So when you're lining things up, you want as much things accessible after you put the part in to be loose. So like we loosened the bottom 12s right here that hold the headlight bucket on, and then up here these are all loose too. So the headlight bucket can move around just so that we can have the best fitment on everything. So we're gonna get this slid in here, and then you can see right there that that fitment is literally OEM perfect panel gapping, and I don't even have any bolts in it. we are good. It's crazy how smooth this thing is. It literally was like the Grand Canyon beforehand. All right, so now we have the whole exterior of the body done. The front end's back together. We're gonna go to the inside, and we're actually gonna put a black headliner in this. We offer these here at Sac City. This one right here is $400. It's very minimal. It's wrapped with good material. It's padded. And then this one is the $800 option. And we're gonna put that one in the car. So if you look at these have a little slot in them. And you're gonna push up and then just twist it. There you go. She's in. OEM AF. That looks so good. So I was shining my light in here and I had my light sitting down here. And then when the light went away, I was like, why does it look like the shift boot's glowing? Well, it's glow in the dark.
That's crazy.
Yeah, a little glow in the dark shift boot. Let's slide this on. And the final piece.
The car's put back together. Between the purchase price, auction fees, transport, parts, paint, the grand total for pretty much parts and paint came out to $4,550. The car was $6,668, which brings us a grand total of $11,218 to get this car back on the road. So the moment of truth is if it's worth it. A clean title one at this price or a salvage one at this price. Some might say clean title. For me, this one right here looks so fresh and so clean. I mean, the paint is good, the interior is good, 51,000 miles on a clean title. It's gonna be harder to come by, but to be able to lock in a salvage clean title, 51,000 mile 350Z, to me is a score. When I look at this car after 10 years of buying Z's, this is definitely worth the price we paid if it's a car that I'm building and keeping for myself. Now for a resale, that might not be the best way because people will be wanting to get the cheapest deals on these Z's. But as far as keeping the car, 51,000 mile Z that I'm gonna keep and not care that it was slightly damaged, wasn't even in the wreck, it's just, you guys saw what it was. It does come out to be worth it for a personal driver. But as far as sell purposes, I doubt there's much money to be made in it as of now. And then obviously at the end of that all, you do have a couple of other things you want to look at. I hopped inside of the car, so whether this is a clean title car you buy or the salvage one, hopped inside for the first drive, the oil pressure is slightly low, which means we need some gallery gaskets as well. So that's another thing you have to look at. The car costs us about $11,500, but then we need a few more maintenance pieces we have to hit on before we actually get back on the road. And that could happen with a clean title car, a salvage car, a 200,000 mile car, a 51,000 mile car. It just takes routine maintenance and making sure that you can get your car taken care of to keep the longevity of it going. Thank you for joining us on this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button because we have more episodes coming for the Build or Break series that we are going to start. Build or Break is pretty much a car coming in and we decide whether we're gonna build it or break it. So for the next 3 cars, we have 3 more cars coming in. We'll show you guys what we got coming through. Make sure to like and subscribe, like I said, and drop some comments on what you'd like to see, because that's what's really most important for us. We can keep making videos that you don't want to see, but we want to make videos that you do want to see.